in another segment that we finally love to go.
Getting answers to your immigration questions.
That was in unison.
Hello?
Hello, Sarah.
Yes, Brad. I have a question.
Yes.
I need your advice.
Go ahead.
I got here United States 2000.
Right.
And I applied political asylum. They denied me around 2003.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ethiopia.
Okay.
Then I got married 2005.
Okay.
I've been married more than 14 years. My husband is a U.S. citizen, and I have 3 kids, 2 citizens, 1 green card holder.
How did you come to America?
Invitation visa.
Okay. Now, when you filed for asylum, you were denied, you were put in removal. What happened in removal?
After that, I didn't do nothing. I got married because my husband told me he's going to apply for me, but he didn't apply.
Why?
Around 14, 15 years. He doesn't want to do it. I've been in a relationship about 15 years. Now I apply VAWA. And then now I have immigration lawyer. He applied for VAWA.
Right.
Then before that, I applied for divorce and I kick him from the house because he's been doing so many bad things.
Good.
Now my problem is after I apply VAWA, I guess he reports for immigration. They send me some paper, say U.S. Department of Homeland Security. They told me to bring a passport and my children, I guess birth certificate and custody of children. Then I'm scared to go. I don't know what to do.
All right, so because it sounds like at some point after you filed for the asylum, you were ordered deported. And you were deported in absentia. You probably didn't even know that you were ordered deported. Nobody ever told you anything. And your lawyer should have looked into your immigration case to see if there was an order of deportation and simultaneously tried to reopen your case with the VAWA, simply because until you get your VAWA case approved, once you get your VAWA approved, they can't deport you. But they can deport you while your VAWA is pending, and it takes 18 months. And if you have an order of deportation, you got a problem. And yes, I would be scared too. Now, the one thing you have going for you, based on what you told me, is that you, to this day, have no idea whether you were ordered deported or not. You never got a notice, from what I'm hearing, to go see an immigration judge. And the U.S. government can't order you deported in absentia without you knowing about it. That would be a violation of your rights. But your lawyer should have looked into your removal hearing before doing anything with immigration, especially in North Carolina, where immigration doesn't mess around. What I would suggest you do right now, before you do anything else, stay on hold and have a consultation with us by phone.
I'm calling on behalf of my niece.
Yes.
She had an interview for her citizenship, and then she got her swearing date. And while she was in there waiting to be sworn in, they called her out, and she, said that unforeseen circumstances.
What was the issue?
They can't swear her in today. Her issue is she haven't heard anything since.
I understand.
So
I'm saying this is the problem. Problem is this, in a nutshell. She passes her interview. She goes to swear in. She's about to walk into the room to say, I take an allegiance to the United States of America to become a U.S. citizen. They pull her off the line. They said, we're not going to swear you in to be a U.S. citizen. The only reason they would do that is because something came up on a security check for her. It could be a false positive or a real positive, meaning it could be that she really did something wrong in the past and it was finally discovered minutes before she was about to swear in to be a U.S. citizen. Or they are mistaking her to somebody else with a similar name or similar situation, or whatever it may be, and they need to investigate it more. But the only reason they take you off the line, if everybody else in that room walked in to swear in, and she's the only one who didn't, that's the reason. If you have a room full of 30, 40 people and they tell everybody the swearing in ceremony is off, well, maybe it's because the officer has the flu and didn't show up to work. But if she was the only one...
She said they called out 2 people.
Right, okay.
She and another person.
Okay, and if everybody else went in, then it's a security issue for her. And what she should do is have a private one-on-one consultation with me, and let's figure it out.
Hey, Brad, how you doing?
How are you?
Yeah, fine. Woman's greetings to you and the whole squad right there. God bless you, Brad. My question is this. I'm asking for a friend who's married to an American man. She has a 2 years conditional green card. 2 years starts counting from the date of issue on the green card, right? And 90 days before the 2 years expiration, the person can file for
To remove the
permanent
conditions.
residency.
Correct. Right. Okay.
What about filing for citizenship for such a person? When does the 3 years start counting? Is it from the date of issue?
From the date
or
of
date of marriage?
From the date of the conditional green card.
So it has to be from the date of the conditional green card. The
Correct.
person can file for citizenship after 3 years.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
All right. Because other than that, somebody could be married for 10 years. Think about it logically. Someone could be married for 3 years, say hypothetically, get their green card on the 3-year anniversary of them being married. They had a green card for 1 day, and if it was based on marriage, then the logic would be, okay, now I can file for my citizenship, and I've had a green card for 1 day. So it's based on the time you've had the green card, not the time of the marriage. What the marriage counts for is if you are married for more than 2 years when you get the initial green card, and it's more than 2 years, you don't get a 2-year card, you get a 10-year card.
Okay.
All right?
Hello.
How are you?
I have just 2 questions. The first question is I apply for the I-360 BAWA.
Right.
So it's been almost 16 months. I got my second prima facie.
Great.
And
they're taking 2 years now. Have you filed an adjustment?
No, I didn't because
File
I have
your adjustment. File your adjustment.
Because I have a pending asylum and I came by the border.
So what? Withdraw your asylum, file your adjustment.
Okay. So my lawyer told me that I can't.
Your lawyer's wrong. Withdraw your asylum, file your adjustment, or you're never going to get a green card. Withdraw your asylum, file your adjustment. No, you don't get a green card until you file an adjustment. You've already delayed yourself 15 months. The fact that you have a prima facie case would indicate to me you got a legitimate case. File your adjustment. Withdraw the asylum. Get an interview for your green card.
Hello?
How are you?
I'm good, bro. My thing is I put in the papers, right?
Right.
And I did the fingerprint. I did the fingerprint. But after I did the fingerprint and I called and I checked in, they said I didn't put in the I-70 for the worker's permit, but I already did the fingerprint and they said my case is processing in Missouri.
Great.
Can I still get the worker's permit without I didn't put in the I-70 the workers?
You file the I-765 right now. In the section where it says, what is your basis, put C9, put a copy of the receipt notice. You don't have to pay a filing fee. Just do it.
Yeah, hello,
I am
Brad.
sorry. My apologies to you. Will you accept my apologies?
Oh,
I was only kidding with you, and then we lost you. Glad we got you back now. What's going on?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Brad, it's with my niece. She's in a situation right now. She and her husband got an issue back in the country, and then divorced, and she came down to the country.
What country are we talking about?
Eventually fell in love.
What country are we talking about?
Nigeria.
Nigeria. Okay, and this is your niece gets divorced in Nigeria, and what happened?
Yeah, came to the country.
Came to which country? This country. United States of America.
United States of America.
How did she come to America?
With a tourist visa, B1, B2.
So let me understand so far. Your niece, she gets divorced in Nigeria, has a visitor's visa, comes to America. What's the question?
After 7 months, she fell in love and, got married. So eventually, a few months later, she was contacted by the ICE to come over that she has an issue, overstay stuff, and she went, because everybody was like, that's strange for her to just find you out of the blues and all that.
That is strange.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah. So they gave her a little clue that the ex-husband came in the country and something happened. They didn't really get the whole gist. Eventually, she was put in deportation proceedings.
Even though she filed an adjustment and she's married to a citizen, I've seen that happen once in a clear moon, and there's no reason to do it because if you're in removal and you're married to a U.S. citizen, you're eligible to adjust before a judge. All they're doing is clogging up the system and making people anxious. If she has a good lawyer, you should still be able to adjust before a judge. People who represent themselves before an immigration judge, and I could be wrong off a few numbers, but the statistics are less than 20% of the people who represent themselves before an immigration judge get through. Over 80% get deported. More than 89% of the people who are represented by a lawyer actually get some sort of benefit.
Okay. So
when you're in removal, you need a lawyer. Whether it's me or someone else, get somebody.
Okay. I'll definitely. But I wanted to ask, how long will it take? Because they said she has to wait for a court case to come over to the court. But pending that,
she has to wait.
Advice she get
she has to wait.
I-130 from approval.
She has to wait for an I-130 to get approved, and the judge is going to give her time for the I-130 to get approved. And after it's approved, then you'll adjust your status before a judge.
Okay. Then one other question. Sorry. 2 couples who are divorced over a year ago, still in the country, having to get their own green card. They got married separately. And then, does it affect each other process?
No. So in other words, a couple came to America, got divorced, and then they married separately to get green cards. As long as they're in bona fide marriages, one has nothing to do with the other.
Hey, Brad, I'm doing fine. So this is my situation. My husband filed for adjustment of status for me, but on the money order, he put USCIS and not Department of Homeland Security. Will they be sending back the application, or they will accept it?
They usually accept it, but it should say Department of Homeland Security. I hope they accept it, but they don't have to, and they can return it. Let's hope they don't. And if they if they return it, you'll return the money orders, get new ones, and write Department of Homeland Security, and just be fine.
This is Gabriel.
Yes.
I'm having an issue since 2013.
You're having an issue with immigration since 2013.
Yeah, my wife filed for me.
Your wife filed for you. Are you living with your wife right now?
No.
Okay. Did you get a green
I'm
card?
not with my wife.
Did you get a green card?
No.
Okay. Did you get a work permit?
Initially, I get work permit.
Okay. When did you and your wife stop living together?
Since 2013.
2013. So basically, you filed an adjustment application. Here's your second sentence. I filed an adjustment application. And my wife, and I didn't get my green card. Now, I assume your case was denied. Did you do anything after your case was denied?
My wife later abused me. Yeah, then I filed VAWA.
Okay.
About 6 weeks ago, and they haven't received receipt notice.
Do you know that they received your application?
Yeah.
Did you file an adjustment with it?
Yes.
You did? You paid a fee of $1,225?
Yes.
Okay. Did they cash your check?
They haven't cashed it. It's still pending.
Okay, so if they haven't cashed it, that means it's lost in the mail, okay? You need help for two reasons. One is you're filing a VAWA case 6 years after your adjustment was denied. Your question is, I filed a VAWA 6 weeks, I haven't heard anything. That's your issue today. And I'm saying...
that is one of my issues. And my wife abused me since January.
Okay. And I'm saying to you that if they have not cashed the check in 6 weeks, that application could be lost. You need help. Besides that fact, your wife filed for you 6 years ago, and there's going to be questions about what happened between 2013 and 2019, but that's something that you need to discuss in a private one-on-one consultation. But your question is, I filed a VAWA, 6 weeks I haven't heard anything, they haven't cashed my check, and I'm saying to you, if 6 weeks they haven't cashed your check, it could be a lost application. So hold on 1 second, okay?
I have two questions.
Yes.
One, the first part, I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I filed my adjustment, I did my biometrics and so forth. But the first question is, we're getting everything together.
Who's we?
And then not recently, I knew before that you can't open any bank account in America. I don't know. Each time I open an account together, they leave my name in there and take out his name. So what I'm trying to figure out is since I have the account, if I add him as a beneficiary, would that be okay for immigration?
Okay. He is the person getting the green card, which would be your spouse?
No, he filed for me. He's doing a petition for me as a U.S. citizen, but
all right. Well,
he got into some problems years ago, and he can't open any account in America.
Why can't he open up any bank account in America?
Each time he opens an account, they say he's under federal investigation.
Okay, so I don't know why he's under federal investigation. I've never heard of you can't open up a bank account. I never heard
because we have had this is our third bank account, and each time I had him to it, they take him out.
Okay.
It's only my name that's always remaining in there.
You need to show that you have a financial relationship with him. Having a joint bank account would be a way to do it. If he's under federal investigation, then I would be concerned that I'm living with a man under federal investigation who can't even open up a bank account.
That's true.
You live in the Bronx. I think you need to come to Manhattan and talk to us about that. Hold on.
I filed an I-465 for my husband, and it got denied, so we filed the I-601 waiver.
Why was it denied?
It was denied because they said he lied on his visa application.
Okay, so misrepresentation.
Right,
misrepresentation. And you filed the waiver. Where was the waiver filed? In Indianapolis?
Yes.
Okay, and that waiver is based on extreme and unusual hardship to yourself. When did you file that?
We filed it back in November.
Okay, and what is your question?
And we got a receipt notice on November the 6th saying that they received it and all that. My question is that if I have to refile the I-465 or 485, do I have to file the I-130 along with it because the I-130 was approved?
No, but you got to wait on the 601 waiver to see what happens with that first.
Well, the 601 waiver was denied.
You just told me you got a receipt notice. So if it was...
We got a receipt notice, but it was denied because they said they never received it.
Okay. So I think you need to refile again immediately. You don't need to file the I-130 because it's already been approved. And I would suggest having a lawyer deal with it because generally when you have waivers for misrepresentation, those are things that professional lawyers will hopefully give you the best opportunity to get approved.
Okay.
All right. So I would strongly urge you to have a good lawyer. Hold on one second. Let's go to LALU in Chicago. LALU.
Hey, Brad.
How are you?
Good. I'm truly appreciate your service and help. You are a great man. I truly appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
I'm married to an American citizen, and I have a green card interview.
Right.
Now I made a mistake where in the form 485, where it asks you like, have you ever worked unauthorized?
Right.
I might have worked unauthorized, but that was my bad.
You're married to a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Okay, so the fact that you worked unauthorized is not a bar to getting a green card. When you go on your interview, before you sit down and they say, they give you, that you're under oath, blah, 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 just say, I may need to change an answer. I realize that I may have mistakenly checked off no when it should be yes, and this is the situation, and just come clean with it, because the only way you could be denied for working, this is in the situation where you're married to a U.S. citizen filing an adjustment. The only way you can be denied for working without authorization is one of two. Is either one, you lie and you say, I didn't work when you did, and they find it out, so they deny you for misrepresentation, or your employment began within the first 90 days of your entry in America, then they're going to say that's misrepresentation on your visitor's visa or student visa or whatever visa you came on because you said you're coming to visit, coming to be a student, and then 3 days later you have a job. So the only way that screws you up is for lying. So just don't lie.
Right. Yeah, I realized that, I made a mistake there, so I was a bit confused.
You can fix it at the interview. What you don't want to do is continue it.
So,
right.
Once I'm waiting in the lounge where the officer is going to come and get us for the interview, I need to talk to them on that stage, or when?
When they bring you into the office, you don't gotta tell your life story in the hallway.
Okay. Right. So once we sit on the chair, okay.
All right.
Truly appreciate, man.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Martin. Okay. And we have George in Hanover. I have a feeling I've spoken to George from Hanover, Germany before. George, I spoke with you, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's going on? I remember George
that.
from Hanover, Germany.
I was here for that.
All right. Oh, you were here for George from Hanover. Yeah, it was last week. Okay. What's your question?
I'm the same one.
Yes.
I forgot to tell you that my mother didn't file for my brother.
I don't remember your question. I just remember speaking to you. So tell me what it is again.
Yeah, it's about my mother, permanent resident, filing for unmarried children over 21.
Okay.
We're 4 brothers.
Right.
And she filed only for 3 because one of my brothers, the 4th brother, wanted to travel as a fiancé visa.
Okay.
But later he changed his mind.
Okay.
And now he's without an application.
Okay.
What can my mother do?
File the I-130 now. You'll just be behind everybody else.
Okay. Should he wait the entire processing time?
Yeah, he's going to have to wait the whole processing time, correct.
Okay, and we were talking that my mother is through naturalization process.
Great. Let her still
is it
file.
Better than
file now. The quicker you file, the quicker he gets here because you establish a priority date. So the quicker your mom files, the quicker he gets here. He'll be on a waiting list for 5-6 years. Eventually he'll get here. If you wait 6 more months, he's going to wait 5-6 years plus another 6 months, whatever it is. So the quicker you file, the quicker
Isn't it better when she's as a citizen?
No,
when she files
it's better you file now, and then after she becomes a citizen, she can contact immigration, say I'm a citizen, and change the category.
It's going to be faster?
Correct, because you're establishing a priority date. Every day your mom doesn't file, people are getting. Think about it as a line for a movie. Okay,
Yeah,
this is the best way to think about it. I'm online for a movie. Okay, and there's only 200 seats in the movie theater, so I'm number 800. So they let 200 people into the movie theater. They watch the movie. I gotta wait online till the movie's over, and then they let another 200 people in, and then they let another 200 people in. So each movie is a year. Okay, so they let X amount of people in. Now you're online as unmarried child of permanent resident. Okay, and you're online for a year, and now all of a sudden mom becomes a citizen. They let you switch to a faster movie line and put you in right where the date in which you filed. You don't go to the end of the line. You got the concept?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. One last question, please. My mother, she missed her appointment for naturalization because, for many reasons, she's applying as.
Doesn't matter. So she missed it. When was it? It doesn't matter why she missed it. When was it?
In this month.
Okay. So she has to call immigration and ask to have it rescheduled before her case gets denied.
They don't contact her automatically?
No.
No. Okay.
Okay.
After how many times she will be denied if she doesn't call?
I don't know. They can deny her on the day she didn't show up. But she can contact them and say, I had a problem. I was in the hospital. I was here. I was there. I was stuck in traffic. I made a right turn instead of a left turn. I don't know, whatever it is. Whatever her reason is, that's her reason. I wasn't able to make it. Can you please reschedule before they deny the case and put it into storage? Basically, that's what happens.
And what happened if she's denied?
Then she files again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.
And speaking about the movies,
yes,
I recommend you to watch The Irishman. It's a good movie.
Jilly told me about The Irishman too.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard it was very good. I was just told that by Jilly, who watched it this weekend.
But you know what's bad here in Germany?
What?
They don't make what's bad in cinemas here in Germany.
They don't make what?
You don't. What is bad in Germany? In cinemas about movies.
What? What's
they
bad?
They don't put the original sound. They change it. They put the German.
They dub in the. So it's like when you used to watch the karate movies from China, and they would have the karate guy, and the actors are moving their mouth and it doesn't match.
Right.
It's much better when they just do subtitles. I like subtitles much better. All right.
Thanks
Take care.
for that.
All right.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
All right. Didn't we talk to Martin from Hanover, Massachusetts? Why is he back? Martin from Hanover. Didn't we talk to you already?
Hello?
Hello, Martin. You had another question?
No, I did not get in touch with y'all.
Oh, you did not speak to us. I apologize. What's going on?
Okay, I had a little problem. I lost my green card. It was in my wallet, and it got lost, so I already filed for I-90.
Okay.
And they sent me a receipt. A message told me that they get it. So my question is, how long it will take for me to get the receipt in the mail?
For the I-90, it should be within a week or two. To get the actual green card, could be 8-12 weeks. If you need proof that you're a lawful resident, go down to immigration and ask them to put a stamp on your passport.
Okay, my next question, after I get the receipt from the immigration, and can I make an appointment the next day to get my fingerprints and stuff?
No, but you can get a stamp in your passport in the meantime, and you can make an appointment. You don't even need the receipt. They'll look it up. Say, I'm a permanent resident. I need evidence of it.
Okay, well, thanks.
Right, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. For more Bradshaw Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.